Woman jailed for an acid attack on boyfriend over a mistaken cheating affairs. So what exactly was it that you thought justifying throwing a burning chemical on his face was? Oh, it's because you thought he was cheating on you by texting someone. And now you thought that the appropriate reaction was to permanently mess up his face. What a charmer. Hello everybody and welcome back to another video for the day. We're going back into r/iamatotalpieceofsh, and if you guys would love to be absolutely amazing, show your support, and see more videos like this in the near future, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below to start up them wholesome internet discussions, and if you have not already, subscribe and turn on notifications. Also check out another video or two, the algorithm would appreciate it and I would too. 3 mothers gave their kids to peds in exchange for drugs in child trafficking ring run for decades by an Ohio man who tried to bury the computer evidence in his garden. I have no idea what in the world any of these people were thinking of when they were doing any of this, and why would you think that burying a computer in your garden would be a sufficient way to get rid of evidence? Former Maryland police officer found dead with children believed to be the daughter he allegedly abducted, police say. Authorities work at the scene where 4 people were found dead in a vehicle in what police say was a murder-offing incident on Thursday outside of this location. I gotta admit, it's kind of like a whole new level of weird when you see stuff like this and you think, Jesus, my state did that? Hello, blank. Many people have been wondering why we have been closed for the past few weeks. It is a long and complicated story, but I'll do my best to simplify it. The bare truth is that the business was stolen from me and my father attempted to off me in the restaurant. Yeah, it doesn't exactly spell good day when your parents try to off you inside of your own business after trying to steal the business from you. Hopefully nobody's been complaining why they've been closed. I would not be surprised though if anybody did complain as to why they've been closed a lot. And also you can honestly guarantee that there's some dum-dum off in the distance complaining, "Well, that's no excuse to stay closed." Yes, it is. The pandemic has been an eye-opener to me. I learned that my partner's parents are badass. I'm immunocompromised with a cardiovascular disorder, and they tried to give me the virus to prove it's a hoax. Oh gosh, what's going on? They killed their next door neighbor with cancer instead. Didn't tell him or his wife they had the virus and had him over for dinner. He got the virus and ended up dying. They didn't stop being crazy though. Yeah, they're trying to prove a hoax. Somebody died from said hoax. I'm fairly certain that they are not convinced and are still trying to do it on you. And I honestly feel like these are the type of people that would say the whole "it is what it is, God's plan, Jesus take the wheel," you know, that whole spiel of that. Like, no, don't do that God's plan thing. I like being alive. Will the police do anything about my neighbor smoking weed? I remember my neighbor smoked it years ago and it was illegal. So I called his employer and told him about it, and he got fired after he failed a drug test. And junkies need to be stopped for their own good. You don't have to call the police. Just tell their boss at work that they are drug addicts and let the tests get them in trouble. Hard to get high if you fail a drug test, lose your job, and can't afford drugs anymore. And it looks bad to future employers too. Ah yes, so what exactly did you gain out of getting your neighbor fired? Human remains in pot case. Mother of dead toddlers offered an $80,000 bail. A woman accused of abusing a 2-year-old daughter whose remains were found inside a metal pot in a Chinsui Road flat in 2019 was offered bail of $80,000 in a district court on Tuesday, November 16th. This comes after she was granted a discharge not amounting to an acquittal in March this year for the murder of her toddler in 2014. Purdue professor specializing in happiness allegedly locked son in a dog crate and beat wife. Isn't Purdue the chicken company that has a university? Woman sent to prison for murdering infant daughter whose eyes police described as sunken into her head. A Michigan mother who last month was convicted of killing her infant baby daughter will spend the rest of her days behind bars. This judge on Wednesday sentenced blank 30 to life in prison without the possibility of parole for the murder of her child, the defendant's 10-month-old daughter, and the affiliate of this place reported. F with a mask caused a scene in the Moscow metro when he dropped onto the floor and began shaking. People try to help, but his friend yells out the virus, which causes people to panic and flee. F and his friend get arrested and are to spend a month in jail pending investigation and then face court with a maximum fine of up to 5 years in prison. prison. Russian justice is awesome sometimes. Yeah, you know, cause internet clout gives people the thought that they can just do whatever they want, whenever they want, and think that they don't have any consequences tied to it all. Well, that's a bit of a wake-up call for you, cause I'm pretty certain there's no wake-up call like getting suddenly told, hey yeah, you're about to spend up to 5 years in prison because you acted like an idiot. France's homeless are fined for not staying indoors during the virus's lockdown. French police have fined several homeless people for breaching a government order to stay indoors amid the virus's crisis, charities claim. Hold up, wait, I didn't even know this type of stupid existed. So what you're saying is you're fining people who are homeless for not staying in their homes. I don't know who's the dum-dum that thought that was a fine idea, but I'm pretty certain in order to fine somebody for not staying in their home, they have to have a home in the first place. Multi-millionaire televangelist Joel Osteen's Lakewood megachurch received $4.4 million in federal virus relief funds for small businesses 3 years after shutting his church doors on Harvey flood victims. Lakewood Church, which is based in Houston, received $4.4 million as part of the federal government's virus relief program. That relief program was for small businesses. What business you got asking for some sort of relief program? Aren't you already tax exempt? And by the way, you might as if you need any sort of relief, you could sell one of your multiple boats or houses. Stuff like this is honestly some of the reasons I just inherently hate the megachurch televangelists that you see on TV. Because these guys honestly seem to preach the whole, you need to donate more, you need to donate more, when in reality, greed is one of the sins, which is kind of an antithesis of you guys. Doctor Who tweeted that she would purposely give Jews the wrong medications, still has her medical license despite being condemned by the Cleveland clinic where she worked after it emerged that she had been posting pretty certain I can't say that, messages for years. I have no idea how she doesn't have her license revoked or anything. How does she still even have a job there? Like, how stupid do you need to be to realize that if you mess up somebody's medications, like, you can really mess up their health? And this is all because they believe in something that you don't like? Jeez, this is right up there with the person who's on the emergency call line that hangs up because they're having a bad day, if not way worse. Jack in the Box manager stepped repeatedly after asking a customer to wear a mask. Honestly, this has me more worried for what's happening in my local county because they had recently taken back the whole mask mandate, but then after a week of just a slight uptick, they're reinstating it. I honestly just think, yes, a lot of people are going to be upset of it being reinstated, and I feel like there's going to be more aggression towards people being told, oh yeah, you have to start wearing the mask again. If you don't believe me, look up the Montgomery County mask mandate. When you go to a haunted house, it may seem like you're being funny by trying to scare the actors or jump out at them when you go through a second time, but guess what? It's not funny. You pay us to scare you. It is your choice to go, so don't effing go through if you're going to ignore the rules and get too close to the actors as a joke. These bruises happened because over the course of 4 hours, several people ignored the instructions that clearly stated that they were to wait in the front room until told otherwise. Rather than listen, they ran into the next room and slammed into me, effectively throwing me into the wall. This didn't only happen once, it happened 10 times at least. Then we had this a-hole who thought that once I died for the haunt, he could pretend to kick me to see if I had moved. I, being used to people abusing me, jumped back and slammed my head into the concrete wall. You are not funny by being rude at a haunted house. We are paid actors that you choose to come and see perform. You pay us to scare the S out of you, so don't hit us when we do. I feel that this is relevant considering it is October and more haunted houses are opening up. I know it seems funny to scare the monsters, but all you do is really hurt people, so stop. Yeah, if you go to a haunted house, you're going there to get scared. You don't go there try and think it's funny to try to scare the employees. No, let the people do their job and scare your pants off. C-sections are literally the easiest way out. I'm sick of seeing all of these moms claiming to be moms, to be honest. If your kid didn't come through your birth canal in real life, you are not that child's mother. Hand it back to the dad and go about your your business. Attack a mom who ain't really a mom. How stupid do you gotta be to try to gatekeep birthing a kid? Like, you do realize that sometimes the C-section is performed because it's not medically safe for the kid to be born through the canal. Like, you know, in some instances, the kid is turned sideways and doesn't spin around properly. But with that last dum-dum, that's gonna have to be it with the video. If you guys would love to be absolutely amazing, show your support, and to see more videos like this in the near future, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below to start up them wholesome internet discussions, and if you have not already, subscribe and turn on notifications. Also, check out another video or two. The algorithm appreciates it, and I very much do too. I'll be sure to see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and bye-bye.